today's topic, I am going to discuss about minimal spanning tree for Kruskal's algorithm. Before going into the main topic, we must know about graph, greedy algorithm strategy and minimum spanning tree. As Kruskal's algorithm follows minimum spanning tree, we must know about it, and it's follow a greedy algorithm strategy and it's a graph. So let's first know about what is spanning tree. Spanning tree is basically a subset of a main graph that must contains all the vertices of minimum possible edges. That means it must cover all the vertices with minimum possible edges and should not have any cycles and cannot be disconnected. Subgraph can be said as spanning tree if and only if it contains all the vertices of the main graph and must have v minus 1, which means vertices minus 1 edges. Then only it is considered as a spanning tree of that graph. And how many spanning tree it can be formed is find out by this formula, v to the power v minus 2. As we can see, this has 3 vertices, and if we put this in this formula, we will get that these are the 3 spanning trees we can form, and here are the 3 spanning trees.
Next is, what is minimum spanning tree? Well, in a weighted graph, a minimum spanning tree is that spanning tree which must have the minimum weight among all the other spanning tree that you will find out. Which means that if you see this graph, by this formula we can see that there are 16 possibilities of spanning trees. But what will be the minimum spanning tree? So the minimum spanning tree is this one. And how is this minimum? If you add the edges, the weighted ones, that is 3 plus 2 plus 1, that is 6, and next if you add other edges, you will always find that those edges will be always be more than this minimum edges. So in this graph we will find that this one is the only minimum spanning tree, and that can only be found out by its weight. And the weight of the spanning tree is the sum of the weights, as I told you. And in real world situation, this weight can be measured as distance, congestion, traffic load, or any arbitrary value. This is the real world situation that we can use for finding out minimum spanning tree. So next is the properties of minimum spanning tree. So these are few properties of minimum spanning tree. One is possible multiplicity. If there are n vertices in the graph, then each spanning tree has n minus 1 edges. So as I told you earlier, if the graph has n vertices, then edges must be n minus 1. Next is uniqueness. If each edge has distinct weight, then there will be only one unique minimum spanning tree, which means that in a graph, if all the edges has unique value, unique weightage, then you will definitely get a single minimum spanning tree. But if in case you have same value in all the edges, or some values are same, then you might get 2 minimum spanning tree that are similar. Cycle property. For any cycle C in the graph, if the weight of an edge of C is larger than the individual weight of all other edges of C, then this edge cannot belong to a MST. Which means that if a weight of an edge becomes larger than any individual weight of all other edges, then it cannot belong to MST. In minimum spanning tree algorithm, there are about 2 most important spanning tree algorithm that follows greedy algorithm strategy. One is Kruskal's algorithm, another is Prim's algorithm. But in today's video, we are going to discuss only about Kruskal's algorithm. Kruskal's algorithm. Well, this algorithm is used to find the minimum cost spanning tree with the help of the greedy approach. So this algorithm is mainly treat the graph as a whole forest, and all the nodes it has, it is treated as an individual tree. And here, all the edges can connect with each other only and only if it has the least cost, or like least weight among all the available options, and it doesn't violate the MST properties, then only they can connect it with each other. For example, in landing cables and TV networks or tour operations, people use Kruskal's algorithm. These are the real life applications, so that they can find the minimum cost for applying these things. Let's see how we can apply it. Next, see how can we find the minimum spanning tree using Kruskal's algorithm. Step 1. We have to remove all the loops and parallel edges. Like here we have to remove this one and this one. Second, after removing it, we have to arrange all the edges in the increasing order. Like we have to take all the edges or the weights and arrange them in ascending order of weightage, or like we can call it cost. Step 3. We have to add the age which has the least weightage till no cycle form. Now we have to keep on adding the least weightage age till no cycle is formed. So first of all, we will see that this 2 and 2 is making the most least weightage age. So we will connect this. After that we will connect 3. After that comes 4, but we can't connect it because it will form a cycle. And after that we will see go to the next value, and that is 6. We can't also connect 6 as it will become cycle. Also there is 5, and we can't connect 5 also because this is also becoming a cycle. And then comes 7, and if we connect 7, then it is okay, but again if we connect 8, then it will become cycle. So we can't connect 8, so we have to keep it until 7, and this will be the final spanning tree with least number of cost or weightage. Okay, so let's discuss the pseudo code, like how it is actually applied. Actually we use this make disjoint set function, which has two functions, that is find set and union. Well, this find set will take an item and then return the disjoint set that item belongs to, and the union will merge the two disjoint sets of these two items into one disjoint sets. So we will take a weighted graph where f is an array which stores all the edges of the minimum spanning tree. So initially we have taken f as 5, but at the end it will eventually return f and all the outputs that we got. Next is, for each vertex belongs to vertex of the graph, do makes disjoint set, which means that all the vertex in the graph will be individually separated and made as a disjoint set. As you can see, I have made here, we have just disconnected the graph and made them individually as a disjoint set. And after that we will sort it in the increasing order. Like you can see, we will sort it in this increasing order. Next, for each u and v belongs to e ordered by increasing weight, which means like they will take two vertices u and v, consider this as u and v, and they will just keep on joining them in the increasing order. And after that it will find set, do if find set not equal to find set, which will compare whether one vertices belong to one set or not, and if doesn't belong to one set, then it will use the union function that will union both of them and put them inside. So like we have seen, they have taken one by one each of the edges and compared them whether they belong to the same set or not, and if they did not belong, then they are merged with the help of union and put into this array, and if they belong to the same set, then they are not included. And it also provides another thing, that those vertices that are not included, those are the ones that actually is forming cycle. So for avoiding this, we are doing this logic, and at the end we will get all the vertices together, and this is our minimum spanning tree. After that it comes time complexity. In Kruskal's algorithm, the most time consuming operation is sorting, because the total complexity of the disjoint set operation will be O E log V or O E log E. So in this algorithm, the main time complexity that is taking is the sorting. Like we will either give merge sort, quick sort, whatever sort you apply, the algorithm time complexity actually depends on that, and overall it will be applied to this algorithm. So whatever will be the time complexity of the sorting that you will use, and it will become the overall time complexity of the algorithm. So that's all. Thank you.